trending south of the border now. The U.S. Congress is set to put forward a package of bills this evening that would continue to fund parts of the government in the event of a shutdown. The government's racing against the clock to reach a spending deal the majority of the House can agree on. And if they don't, advocates warn millions of Americans could go without government aid. And even with that Saturday deadline looming in less than 5 days, there's no clear path forward as hard-right Republicans are eager to slash even more spending. Less than 5 days. That's all the United States government has left to reach an agreement. A full government shutdown would cost the economy $6 billion a week. Social Security payments will continue, but some other benefits will pause, like the nutritional program for women, infants, and children known as WIC.
Nearly 7 million pregnant moms, new mothers, and young children count on WIC every single day to receive support, nutrition assistance support. With a shutdown, what we would see across the United States is a denial of those benefits and opportunities. In some cases, it would be literally within a matter of days after the shutdown.
Work also stops for federal employees, meaning travel disruptions, no public health inspections at drinking water facilities, and no pay for those workers.
60% of the American workforce live from paycheck to paycheck. The people that I represent are no different. 1 week without a paycheck could be devastating.
Voters across the U.S. are just as split on the issue as Congress.
I think they see their jobs as trying to get the most that they can against opposition rather than working together. And so push everything off to the deadline so that they have most leverage on their particular things that they want to get done. Which sounds good in theory, but it also just makes a mess out of everything, and why can't they work together more timely?
I think they should shut it down. I mean, our government is heavily in deficit. We don't balance our budget. If we ran our personal finances the way the government's run its finances, we would be in jail. So I think that both sides have to concede and compromise and get something done.
In a meeting today, President Joe Biden pointed the finger at a small group of House Republicans who have consistently voted against the spending bill, as well as stopgap measures to temporarily avoid a closure.
Just a few months ago, the Speaker of the House and I agreed to spending levels for the government. We were up right to the very edge, almost reneged down our debt, and that we're going to fund essential priorities and still cut the deficit by $1 trillion over the next decade. Now a small group of extreme House Republicans, they don't want to live up to that deal, and everyone in America could be faced with paying a price for that. They're changing it.
But Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is looking to the president to make more concessions.
Why would he hold back and keep the border this way when Democrats and Republicans across the country just begging him? Families of those who have died and been poisoned from fentanyl. Would it be too much to say, you know what, I'm going to work with both sides?
The Senate is taking the matter into their own hands to avoid a full shutdown. Legislators are introducing their own bipartisan plan for stopgap measures to keep some offices funded past Saturday's deadline. Meanwhile, House Speaker McCarthy is expected to put forward more full-year spending proposals, but those are expected to fail once again as hardline Republicans continue to withhold their support.